In number 18 through 21, we're asked to use the compound interest formula. It's important to know that this interest formula will be given to you as you see, but the explanation of what the variables in the formula mean will not. So let's identify what each of the variables are in number 18. $2,000 is invested. That's our initial investment, and that's represented by P. That stands for principal. The annual interest rate is 8%. That's going to be our value of R, but R is equal to 8%, which is 8 over 100, or 0.08. And we're going to find the balance after 4 years. That's going to be the value for time, or T measured in years. And we're compounding monthly, and that means that N is equal to 12 because that happens 12 times per year. So let's replace each of those variables in the formula. A is equal to 2,000 times 1 plus 0.08 divided by 12 raised to the 12 times 4. Your calculator will do this entire thing for you at once. So all we need to do is enter that entire calculation. So we're going to enter 2,000, open parentheses, 1 plus 0.08 divided by 12, cursor to the outside of the parentheses, use the caret key for an exponent, and then we're raising that to the 12 times 4 power. And that gives us 2751.33. Since your answer represents a money amount, we're going to round to the nearest penny or cent, which will be 2 digits after the decimal point. In number 19, we have $5,400 invested initially. That's the value of P, the principal, and that's at a rate of 3.7% annually. That means that the value of R is 0.037. We have to move that decimal 2 places when we divide by 100. It's compounded quarterly, so that means that that would be 4 times per year, or N is equal to 4, and we're asked to find the balance after 5 years, so that means T is equal to 5. So let's replace all the values in the formula. A is equal to 5,400 times 1 plus 0.037 divided by 4 raised to the 4 times 5 power. All that can be entered into the calculator at once. Entering this, we have 5,400, open parentheses, times 1 plus 0.037 divided by 4, cursor to the outside of the parentheses, use the caret key for an exponent, raised to the 4 times 5 power, and that gives us 6491.86, rounded to the nearest penny. In number 20, we're calculating the interest that is accruing on a loan rather than an investment, and it works the same way, so we can use the same formula. So the initial amount, $2,800, is the value of P. The annual interest rate is 5.75%, so that means that R is 0.0575, and that's compounded weekly. There are 52 weeks in 1 year, so N is equal to 52, and 2 is the value of the number of years, so T is equal to 2. Let's put those numbers in the formula. A is equal to 280,000 times 1 plus 0.0575 divided by 52 raised to the 52 times 2 power. Entering that in the calculator, 280,000 times open parentheses 1 plus 0.0575 divided by 52, cursor to the outside of the parentheses, use the caret key for an exponent, raised to the 52 times 2 power. Enter that, and we get $314,104.61, rounded to the nearest penny. In number 21, the initial amount of the borrowing is $35,000, the initial amount borrowed, so that's our value of P. The interest rate is 6.4%, so as a decimal that is R equals 0.064, and it's compounded annually. That means once per year, so N is equal to 1, and we're finding the balance after 3 years, so that's our value of T. Let's put those values in the formula. So A is equal to 35,000 times 1 plus 0.064 divided by 1 raised to the 1 times 3. Entering that into the calculator, 35,000 times open parentheses 1 plus 0.064 divided by 1, cursor to the outside of the parentheses, use the caret key for an exponent, to the 1 times 3 power, enter, and that will give us $42,159.26, rounded to the nearest penny.